Baselane and Relay both promise to help you manage your property smarter and make you a much more profitable landlord. But there's a critical difference most reviews miss, and it could be why managing properties still feels complicated. After a thorough real-world test, managing properties with each of them, the winner for Landlords became crystal clear to me. So, if you're choosing between the two of these, this video could prevent a major mismatch and help you make the right choice. So, let's get straight into it. When you look at Baselane versus Relay, you're not just comparing two banking apps. They're built for completely different types of users with completely different daily struggles. Baselane is built from the ground up for one person, the rental property owner. The entire platform revolves around rent collection, property-level banking, and landlord-specific bookkeeping. It's designed for someone who wants to look at a dashboard and instantly know exactly how much cash flow each door is generating. The focus is on automation, reducing landlord admin work, and getting you tax-ready reports with one click. But don't take my word for it. When I dug into what other landlords are saying about it, the feedback for Baselane gets really specific. I found this Baselane review of a landlord who said that he was looking for a solution for his bookkeeping, accounting, and rent collection all in one place, and he said that Baselane resolved all of his issues, and he called it very easy to use for both owners and tenants. He also highlighted their really responsive customer service. And yeah, all of that pretty much matches my experience. Baselane feels like it gets the specific problems landlords face and tries to fix them, you know? Now, Relay is also a really powerful tool, but it plays like a different game. It's built as a modern banking hub for small businesses in general. So its strength is giving you incredible control over your business cash flow, and it could be for any business. Like, you can have multiple individual checking accounts, like think one for payroll, one for taxes, one for marketing. It's fantastic for a growing agency, a consultancy, or an online store that needs to segment funds and manage team spending. But when it comes to the landlord-specific features that are baked into Baselane, like automatic tenant invitations, property-level profit and loss statements, or lease tracking, Relay doesn't match up exactly. So if you're a landlord or a real estate investor and you want like specific tools for you, like your world revolves around properties and tenants and rental income, and you need the features that are purpose-built for that. So Baselane is designed exactly for you and for those purposes. Its entire system speaks your language, not like more generic business. Okay, so now that we see who both platforms serve, let's look at what you're actually getting. So I tested every major feature on both platforms, and the gap in specialized tools became super clear. Baselane's biggest advantage is how it bundles everything a landlord does into one seamless workflow. It's not a bank account, it's your rent collector, bookkeeper, and tax assistant. Let's start with a foundation, banking. So when it comes to this, a huge worry for any of us is like security and insurance and, just keeping it safe, right? So I looked into this very carefully. Baselane banking accounts are provided by Thread Bank, which is a member FDIC. So your deposits are insured up to a standard $250,000 per depositor per account, and they have a program that can actually extend that up to $3 million. Though I don't know why you would have that much into a single account without taking it out. So that gave me the peace of mind to move my rental income there. So the rental income comes in, and then you can choose to do with it from there. Your credentials are also secured with bank-level encryption whenever you link accounts, so it's all up to standard. And speaking of linking, you might wonder if you have to use their bank. So here's a smart feature and the way they did this. So you can collect rent to an external account, but if you use a Baselane account, they have a $2 ACH fee for tenants, for tenant payments that is waived. So like tenants have to pay a $2 ACH fee if it's to an external account, but if you have an account on their platform, it saves a couple dollars. So it's a subtle but powerful nudge that can save your tenants money and make your rent collection smoother and faster. So, I tested both ways, and using their integrated bank account just makes everything flow better. No reason not to. Now, the magic for landlords in general is in how it handles setting up the rent collection. So when you set up a lease, Baselane automatically invites your tenant. They get a clean, professional portal to pay rent exactly through there as well. No more chasing checks or Venmo requests. It's all in one place. So, like for example, I have a tenant who loves that they can even build their credit by reporting these payments through Baselane for a small fee. It's a win-win. Pay a small fee, and then you can also build your credit because you're paying monthly, right? It's like you're building up your own credit. And once that money starts flowing in, You can start organizing it. Baselane also lets you create these separate banking accounts for each property right inside the app. So you can have one tenant and one account, another tenant, another account. So I found this really game changing. I can see instantly that like my duplex on Maple Street is profitable, while, my condo downtown had a big repair month. Like, you can't get this property level clarity with a generic business account from Relay, where you'd have to manually track which expenses belong to which property. And for taxes as well, this is also where Baselane saves hours of headache. You can generate a tax package with one click. It pulls in all income and expenses for the properties you select, and it gives you a clean report sent straight to your accountant. I used this last tax season. It gives it to me, and then I can send it directly to my accountant. And yeah, my CPA was very thankful for how organized it was and how it came all concise in one form. But like, also, what if you need to grow? Well, Baselane has also thought of that. They offer access to lines of credit and investor loans through partners that are tailored for real estate specifically. So if you need funds for a renovation or a new down payment, you can explore options right from your dashboard. Again, it's not just a bank, it's a financing hub for investors as well. They also have a full loan program for everything from conventional mortgages to fix and flip loans. It's a financial hub. But perhaps one of my favorite features here is in how it handles collaboration. So I can, like, for example, easily invite my bookkeeper or maybe a property manager or a partner all into that workspace. And if you want, you can get your own login for yourself and then another login for someone else that has controlled access. So this is huge for delegating tasks without sharing your own personal login. And I'm not the only one who leans on this and all of the other features. So I went on Reddit and I saw some comments here. Here's a landlord from Utah who posted a question that, got right to the heart of it. He said that he recently discovered Baselane and he was planning to use it for rent collection after just using Venmo. He loved the idea of having dedicated accounts for each unit, but his big question was, is it worth creating a bank account with Baselane? He saw the benefits that he saw: no ACH fees for tenants, faster rent deposits, dedicated unit accounts, and a savings APY. And he was essentially, weighing the convenience of the all-in-one ecosystem against just linking his external bank. And the responses from the community on Reddit were, I think, a masterclass in real-world validation here. So one long-term user with 2 years of experience, he said, confirmed that it was worth it. He said that he switched to Baselane after his previous software began charging tenants extra fees. His key point was that offering tenants a free way to pay online is a huge benefit that they really appreciate, like that they can pay it without paying an extra fee for the deposit. He also found that using Baselane's built-in banking made his accounting a lot easier. Another landlord with 8 properties was even more emphatic, saying it is definitely worth it. He contrasted the simplicity of Baselane with the tedious process of just opening a whole bunch of accounts like at traditional banks like Wells Fargo or Chase. He also stated that Baselane made it simple to manage all aspects of his rentals, from rent collection to bookkeeping, and he advised others to try it for the full suite of features. So yeah, as you can see, Baselane is about landlords solving specific problems like eliminating payment fees, simplifying multi-property tracking, and escaping clunky traditional banking when it comes to real estate. So that's the specialized value that it delivers, which a general business tool like Relay isn't designed to provide. But in all fairness, Relay is also a really powerful platform in its own right. It's just for a different audience. So as I mentioned earlier, it's built for small business banking with a focus on putting you in complete control of basically anything it can. It's designed for the entrepreneur who needs to see and manage every dollar across their business with exact precision, right? So their core offering is straightforward and robust. You get up to 20 individual checking accounts and 2 savings accounts with competitive business rates. For a small business owner watching every penny, that's a pretty strong foundation right there. But like, while Relay gives you really powerful, blank canvas tools, Baselane gives you a finished landlord-specific system. If your business is rental properties, choosing the specialized tool isn't just an option, it's the necessity. It's the smartest way to save time, reduce errors, and ultimately protect your profits. The automation and tailored insights that Baselane provides simply deliver more value for the same core need, and that's managing your property finances smarter. But of course, that platform isn't perfect for everyone. Each platform is built for their specific audience, and no platform is going to be perfect. So to make the best choice in your Relay versus Baselane decision, you need to know the potential downsides. So for Baselane, I did come across a user who had a pretty poor start, mentioning that funds were stuck for 2 weeks. The user did say that it was eventually resolved to his satisfaction, but 2 weeks can be a pretty long time. In my testing, I didn't experience any holds, but it is a reminder that with any kind of fintech, especially one moving money a lot, there can be some verification delays when you first set up or if things get too complicated. The key is that support can resolve it, and that they did here. Like for me, the support has always been quick, and with FDIC insurance, the funds themselves are always secure. With Relay, the downsides I found were more operational for certain users. One reviewer reported some issues with international wires, both sending and receiving, with the solution offered being to close the account. If you have any international vendors or income streams, that could be a serious red flag. For domestic property management, it might not matter, but it speaks to potential friction with more complex money movement. It also lacks the specialized landlord support you get from a platform like Baselane anyway. When it comes to the pricing between the two, Baselane positions itself as a modern, fee-light alternative to traditional business banking. Their business is structured around its specialized tiers for landlords. It offers a free starter plan, but then again, its advanced features like advanced bookkeeping, detailed tax packages, and more connected properties all unlock with its paid plans. But what it saves you in bookkeeping and in all of its tools and the sheer convenience of just having everything consolidated immediately justified the cost. So check the link in the description for the latest pricing plans. I'll try to keep it updated with any promotional deals or trial offers. So after all of this testing, where does this Baselane versus Relay battle leave us? Well, it depends. If your primary goal is to run a smarter, more automated, and more profitable rental property business, then the choice is clear. Baselane is the specialized tool built for the job. It turns the chaos of landlord finances into a streamlined system. If you're ready to manage your property smarter, check out Baselane using the link in the description below to get started.